the Chief Director, the Director General of National Sports Authority, directors of the ministry, distinguished members of the Interim Management Committee, Ambassador Amakai Amatefiu, thank you so much for being present, your ever-presence and continuous support to the boxing and sports in its generality. I really admire so much. Thank you so much for being here with us. Cherished members of the boxing community, media, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a sense of duty and deep commitment to the future of our beloved sport that I stand before you. I'm sitting. That I stand before you today to inaugurate this interim management committee for Ghana boxing. This occasion marks a pivotal turning point in our efforts to restore the integrity, professionalism, and safety of boxing in Ghana, a sport that has, in the past, brought us pride through legends like Professor Azuma Nelson, Kofi, Joshua Clottey, and Joseph Agbeko, whose names continue to inspire generations. Of course, I left out many others. In recent times, Ghana boxing has experienced a concerning decline. Our performance in professional bouts has not been encouraging. Surprisingly, the amateur level seems to be doing well and winning laurels, but we can't celebrate when it comes to the professional level. And the industry is increasingly plagued by unprofessional conduct, lowered standards, and protocols that undermine the safety and dignity of our athletes. The tragic death of Nigerian boxer Gabriel during a bout at Bukum Boxing Arena is a stark reminder of the urgent need for decisive action. Such incidents shake our confidence and threaten the very foundation of our sport. As a sector minister, I have every reason to be worried. But I also believe that enough is enough. We cannot sit idle by while the sport we love deteriorates. Ghana boxing is bigger than any individual. It is a national asset that must be preserved and nurtured for generations to come. And it should not be during our time that we bring to a sudden death this sport that has been nurtured and grown and established Ghana at the international level long before other sports did. At the Olympics, our first medal came from boxing as a country. So this is what this sport has done for us. The effort to reform Ghana boxing transcends personalities. It is about safeguarding the future of our sport and restoring its rightful place on the international stage. We are committed to re-establishing professionalism, ensuring athletes' safety, and earning back the respect of global boxing community. To achieve this, we must undertake immediate and decisive actions. These include the implementation of comprehensive medical protocols, updating and maintaining accurate health records for our boxers, establishing a robust medical commission, and strengthening doping controls in partnership with the National Anti-Doping Agency. These measures are essential to protecting our athletes and upholding the integrity of our competitions. I've heard many say, well, it's a combat sport and people die anyway in rings in other places. We are not saying people will not die, no. But what we are saying is that let's put in place the rightful things so that even when it happens, then in our conscience we will know that we have done what is right, what is supposed to be done humanly possible, and that what happened can be credited to the hand of what? The Almighty. But you don't say because when God created us, death has also been added, so people will die anyway. So because of that, even basic standards should not be considered. And that when it happens, it is because it happens. And that when it happens in other part of the world, certain actions were not taken. So when it happens here too, action should not be taken. Yes, action may not have been taken the way we are doing here because they have established the best of what? Protocols. So they can conclude that this is not because of the failings of what? Putting the systems in place. Unfortunately, you and I cannot say the same. And that is why we want to inaugurate this IMC to work with the stakeholders in the boxing ecosystem to right all these wrongs and restore our image. Today, I'm confident that this interim management committee is equipped and capable of delivering on its mandate. Your responsibilities are clear and vital. You are tasked with overseeing all professional boxing activities, helping implementing reforms, proposing regulatory oversight modalities, and acting as the interim body for sanctioning bouts. You will also facilitate the transition from amateur to professional boxing, restructure the Professional Boxing Association, all that needed to be done. They have a constitution. Some of the constitutional provisions are either outdated or have not been followed through for some time now. At least the committee I established, Ambassador Kai Amatefio's committee, revealed a lot of things that have not been done, some for more than 3 years. So it is important to make sure that all these things are put in place. You are also to ensure the welfare and safety of all participants through improved insurance, training, and medical standards. We have good referees. We've had great referees. But we need to also have regular training. Sometimes a referee must stop a bout at a certain stage. You don't have to allow it to continue beyond a certain point for an athlete, for a boxer, to be punched and be beaten to the point that the person may not even be able to function in that sport again. So we need to train also some of these professionals who aid the process, just like it's done in any other sport. The football people will not say they don't have refresher courses for their referees and what have you. That must also happen in our sport also. Furthermore, your role will include promoting transparency and democracy within the industry, conducting fair and credible elections for the new executive board of the Professional Boxing Association of Ghana. Because the tenure of the Ghana Boxing Authority members had actually elapsed per the Constitution, and it was only a special Congress that they called, which through the support of the National Sports Authority, that gave some extension of mandate to the current body under Mr. Bano. Let us remember, Ghana boxing's future depends on our collective effort. I urge you all to embrace this responsibility with the seriousness it deserves, knowing that the actions you take today will shape the legacy we leave for tomorrow's champions. Together, let us restore the pride, safety, and excellence to Ghana boxing. And earlier today, I've had engagement with some stakeholders of the industry who expressed some legitimate concerns, though. We have listened to them, we have taken notes of their concerns, and we will pass these concerns to the IMC. And together with the National Sports Authority, we factor these concerns in the work that the team will be doing. Before I say thank you for listening to me, I would also want to commend the GBA as it is now for some of the work they have attempted to do in this short period after Ambassador Amakai Amatefio's committee's work. Some steps have been taken, but not fully satisfactory enough. As a teacher that I was, you always write at the People's Report that room for improvement. And that room is what we want to work on. So I thank you, and I look forward to our collective success. May God bless us. This is my introductory statement. The one done may take even a very long time to conclude on them. But the immediate term we are giving them is 3 months. 3 months. They can request for an extension for another period, not more than 30 days. So it is my considered view that some of the work we want them to do, they should be able to do it within maximum 4 months. Of course, we are going to give them all the support. We are going to give them all the support they deserve to do this in such a record time. Are they eligible to stand for I think this is already on or is off. Are they eligible to stand for elections? Well, the work they are doing as IMC members by itself would not bar them from contesting an election. And if you look at the constitution of the professional boxing body itself, incumbent officers who supervise the election processes are not barred from what? Contesting elections. So I am tempted not to create rules that will make it very difficult for persons. But they themselves also know. And these are men of higher respect and conscience that we've put in place, that they will not be working to advantage themselves in any situation that any one of them wants to put himself or herself up for any of the offices that is so available, or to be considered by an appointment of a body that will be elected to run affairs. When it gets to that time, the constitution of the professional boxing body will take precedent. What it says is what
will work. If you are involved in any activity, are you barred from contesting? If that is what it says, we will bar you from contesting. That is why right from the word go, I also stated that the committee's work does not and will not include going to shop for expansion of delegate base, to bring in bodies that are unknown to the constitution of the professional boxing body as far as the electoral college is concerned. They can make propositions, but these propositions would have to be subjected to approval at the Congress of what? The authority. And it is that very Congress that will also be electing officers. So the amendment that will be carried there cannot already be pre-planned and for you to invite delegates to come to the Congress to take part when what you are proposing is yet to be ratified by the very Congress that will be meeting to elect the officers. So whatever proposition the IMC will be making or any other stakeholders will be bringing up, that will not find space in the immediate conference or congress that will be held to elect new officers. I believe that this answers, Muftar, your question. Phil wanted to know if stakeholders are excited. I am excited as a minister for sports and recreation, and as someone who loves boxing, who thinks that boxing in Ghana should not be low where it is. Boxing in Ghana by now should be flying very, very high. And that if you mention not just our continent, but if you put the world together and you are counting or mentioning countries that should be respected for boxing, Ghana should be one of them. Unfortunately, we cannot say so. So I am excited about the project ahead. And so I believe everybody should be excited. Do people have concerns? Yes, people will have concerns. Just like the country is working very hard to fight one of the major menace that is worrying us, Galamsey. And there are some people who say that they should be allowed to do it. I saw a video of some women demonstrating that why is President Mahama fighting Galamsey, and that they don't have any work to do, and that is what they do to feed themselves. So why are they fighting them? Why are they bringing people to fight them? So they are unhappy. So I am sure there may be some people who benefit from what we see as wrong, who when the right things are done, they may be out of business, they won't be happy. So I will disappoint you by not speaking for everybody, but I know anyone who loves boxing and wants boxing to progress should be happy about this. And especially for the individuals who have been called. These are very respected persons. And those of you who are in the media space, whether you love boxing or not, because you do sports a lot, you know some of these personalities, that they are very highly respected people, people who have well established themselves in the sports arena and especially boxing, that they will not do anything to destroy that brand. We will also be here to guide them and to provide whatever information so relevant and feedback to them, so that as they work, like the chairman said, that their actions will doing the talking. They will talk less. They will surely will appoint communication persons who may be doing the communications for them, and they themselves will focus on the work. So you are not forced sometimes to go and say something that you should not say. This is our work, Charlie, we retire. I remember when I was spokesperson of late former president, sometimes you talk and then you sleep somewhere, but when you are a communication person, you are a communication person. When you are also involved in it and you are talking, it becomes difficult. So that is why I will encourage them, as professional as they are, they should get someone who will be doing the speaking for them. Because when you are doing it yourself and you are also speaking, you could give away certain things that you should not give away. But the communication person will, because he's not wearing the shoes, he's not pinching him or her that much, will see from the professional point of view what need be shared and what need not be shared. So I am sure the Director General himself, who is has been in the sports communication ecosystem for a long time, would suggest some names to them and will guide appropriately. So their work doesn't get negated by any miscommunication somewhere. So I believe that the stakeholders should be happy, because those I met today were not really opposed to the members, and they were not opposed to the idea of what? An IMC. They expressed some worry about suspension of what? Boxing, because some of them are working to have some promotions in future, immediate and long. And they need clarity, because is it going to be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, so that when they are out there engaging people to promote their fights, they will not be found wanting in one way or the other. So they have some concerns, and that's why I said they have legitimate concerns that we will transmit to the interim management committee and the NSA, and we will guide the process to make sure that it is done and corrected. So yes, they have some concerns, but they should be happy about the IMC. They also were in a way worried that, GBA is being unnecessarily targeted. I said, no, it's not unnecessarily targeting anybody. From the briefings that I've had, as minister, I would have wished this thing was done in May. It's just the NSA that thought that further and broader engagements will work. And so they have done this engagement with the GBA body. They've given some extension, and they have come to me now that they are ready. The interim team is available and ready for work. So I believe that we must do, this work must be done. We can't continue to postpone it. So I don't think that we're in a rush. I don't think that we haven't done what much must be done. And so, like someone said, what must be done well. And so we have reached that point that we think that we must do it and do it well. Thank you.
So this is the oath of office. So I do in the name of Almighty God, so swear or solemnly affirm that I will at all times well and truly serve the Republic of Ghana as a member of the Ghana Boxing Interim Management Committee of the National Sports Authority under the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, and that I will uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana as by law established. So help me God. So you will sign and you will date it and you submit it for the necessary action. But let's move to the second oath. So after this one is oath of